today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, even though today we're looking at a not live project at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's wild shenanigans. That's because I was slacking the last few weeks because of Gen Con and a big Fiverr order, and unfortunately, I missed Ringyō, which raised $275,000 and convinced 2,500 people right on the nose that they needed this one. As always with the video, I'm taking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? But before we get into that, let's look at the main image because it looked roughly like this. I think, if I recall correctly, this was the game that kept changing its main image. But before we get into that, I do want to mention that in the link description down below is onero.com, who helped sponsor the channel and this segment. If you want the best of the best when it comes to Kickstarter services and help, specifically videos, check them out. They're some of the best on the planet. Tell them I sent you. But, as always, I'd love to know the player link, time count, age here, but once again, I can't judge it based on the main image, so I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to get in the video, which I do like the deluxifications there being spotlight. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's see what the video does. 248, okay.
Edo, in a time before heavy industry, when it was not buildings that touched the skies, but the Shinding, revered forests with trees so tall that the sky itself seemed held up by their trunks. I'd love some subtitles. It was Ringyō that determined the prosperity of the province. Careful balance was required by samurai tending the land. The balance of harvesting timber for fortresses to defend against opposing unrest and banditry. Balance in clearing land to feed the province with rice from the paddies.
Now we're talking. Now I like it.
And balance preserving the forest for defense against the ravages of nature, avoiding the devastation of floods.
Thematically showcased in the game.
Every decision carries consequences.
Ooh.
Every strategy feels distinct, yet deeply connected.
So I like how they did that. It started off as just them, you know, you're like, you're taking care of the land, but then they zoom out and it's like, oh, but you're actually this interconnected part because now you're looking at this big town board, which has a whole bunch of different things. I really appreciate how they did that.
Historical setting that inspired it. Skilled diplomats visit Edo, offering unique benefits, determining priority over rival daimyo. Samurai who once led armies in the field have now been charged to marshal foresters tending to the province, simultaneously cultivating and curating the land for the daimyo as they strive to secure influence and provide for the fief.
I love what they're doing here, because if you just want to showcase that sort of thing, it might have looked like a much more of a crunchy, it might have looked much more like a mechanical abstract strategy type of game. I want to rewind just a little bit. Like that just kind of looks abstract strategy and mechanical, but the way that they have done the rest of the video to get you just deeply immersed into the theme, and now they're talking you through it, I feel like they're just doing such a fantastic job of.
As they strive to secure influence and provide for the fief. Daimyo have an audience with the Shogun to hear their demands, competing against rivals to build in the capital, bolster military strength, and provide nourishment to all of Japan. But to understand the natural order, Daimyo must also dedicate time to study. Gaining knowledge of the trees gains prestige, strengthening the land for future generations. True prestige is earned not through conquest, but through foresight, adaptability, and respect for the natural world. Forests grow, mature, and change over time, demanding careful balance between expansion and sustainability.
That's cool.
After all, in Edo Period Japan, forests are not simply harvested. They are managed, protected, and carefully cultivated for generations to come. Discover the balance in Paverson Games' latest thematic board game, Ringyō.
I really like that sped up shot there to showcase just how the board is, the forest is going to change as you progress through the game. I thought that was really good. So after the video, do I want it? Yeah, I do. Can you do it? Yeah, I think once we get to the track record, they're going to be fine. But yes, Paverson Games has done a couple big things in the past. I actually did sit down and talk with them. Saw that their upcoming one, which is like a distilled spin-off, and it had like real-time aspects, which is cool. Or simultaneous play, I think it was. Distilled cocktails, luthier, and distilled. So this is going to be the next in the big line. And I can understand why they took the 2 minutes and 48 seconds. It's really glossed on the theme there. I still feel like that video could have been better served to be 20 to 30 seconds shorter. There's just a lot of B-roll of random stuff happening in the forest. And I get it. I get why, but I feel like it would have been better without it. But still, great video once we got into the meat and stuff. All right, let's make sure people are happy with their luthier. I'm pretty sure they are. I'm not sure how to get the new chips. I did hellos. Yep. Wanted to claim my replacement chips. Love it, Chris. So yeah. A message here, great customer service. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking for. Missing premium chips, we gotcha. No email from me. I guess I'll be reaching out. Found my email in the junk folder. Thank you. Actually, it wasn't you. It was me. Bam. Good. Distilled. Pretty sure this one's out as well. I've seen it in the wild. I'm pretty sure people rave about it. Hopefully they spotlight that on their Kickstarter page. Congratulations on all the Dice Tower Award nominations. Please, I mean, that's a great way to start. Cask Strength expansion just arrived. The expansion's been shipped, due for delivery Thursday. This was 2 years ago, and nothing since then. That's great. Like, no issues since then? 2 years? That means you're doing pretty gosh darn good there, huh? So, can you do it? Is a resounding yes. Do I want it? Yes. How much is it? Hopefully we don't beat around the bush. We get down to that price. I feel like $2,500. That honestly feels kind of surprising to me. Like that, I guess I need to look at that. I just need to look at some other numbers, maybe. I have been off for like a week and a half. 1 to 4 players, 45 to 90 minutes, ages 14 plus. A simultaneous worker placement game about sustainable forestry in feudal Japan. The puzzle aspect of managing your own forest is very clever. Having to adapt to the changeable weather and demands of the Shogun. Love that quote. Ringyō is Ed Paul is some of the best in the business. I want to shout out Paul for the amount of hustle he has. Like, I feel like from time to time, I'll get my butt in gear and hustle, and it's just like, I'll go over Paul, like, dang, that's hustling. Ringyō is not hustling like, yeah, like, you know what I mean. He's hustling, working hard. Ringyō is the next must-have Euro. Cool? Oh, question mark. Everything you need to know about Ringyō. Ringyō combines a lot of juicy decisions and avenues to point with quick simultaneous play. Oh, and the art is amazing. Cool. Free Kickstarter extras. Free Sakana mini expansion. I want it. One tree planted with your order. BGA free access for 1 month. Every eligible pledge includes a voucher for 1 month's access to. Wow, cool. That's kind of nice. I really do appreciate that. I love the fact they're spotlighting that as well too. Like, kudos for them. And also, I love seeing Board Game Arena becoming more and more deeply interweaved into the hobby because it is delightful. Community voted deluxe component during the campaign, live events, and our updates. We will welcome back to submit ideas for an upgrade. Awesome. Fun. With simultaneous worker placement. I just want the price. That's what I'm really looking for here. Ringyō provides a unique and thematic experience full of clever decision-making and layers of strategy all in under an hour and a half. Paverson have knocked this out of the park. Pledges at a glance at $99. Okay. Felt deluxeified. Feels fine. Shogun Deluxe Plus. What's different? These. So you get chopsticks and the dudes and the houses. That's nice. What's the price jump? 60. But it's 48 farm and okay. So I don't like this picture right here. You're showcasing 2, which is awesome. But if there's 48, I'd showcase more than 2, right? Like 4 chops and 56. Same with the worker miniatures too, because you're asking for a big jump, $60. I feel like I want to look at it and be like, oh yeah, that I gotta have that. And it doesn't feel like that because that's what you want me to take. And then 79 for just the basic version. That feels fine. Actually, that's okay. So 80 feels fine. You know, it feels like 80 has become the new standard MSRP for a game this size, right? That's like. And honestly, I'd go 80 to 100. Now the deluxe edition and then the deluxe plus edition. Yeah, I'm going to guess this version didn't do 7 to 10 times to 1 this one. And well, I think this one's going to do well. I don't know because they're done. We could see right now. So that's my guess. Not hitting the 7 to 10 times. 1,083 people got the 159 deluxe biggest of the biggest. And there was 2,500 people. Yeah. So 63 on that. And then this one I feel like was going to be the good one. Yeah, 857. And when your deluxe and your actual like true deluxe are neck and neck, that means you're not really selling that one nearly as well, right? Because the market time and time again says 7 to 10 times to 1. It doesn't really matter how deluxeified you go. That's going to be the industry standard. And I feel like I don't feel sold on it yet. Like this one feels perfectly fine to me. And I feel like I need that price. I need that picture of just everything. Because did I miss it? I want to see if I missed it. Maybe I missed it somewhere up here. I saw some good rock solid quotes. I see nothing here. I see nothing at all. Nothing. Like, why is there not here to tease me about this huge cacophony of buildings they're going to be set out when I play this game, right? It's going to look like its own little city, in theory. If we have 58 of, I guess there's different, yeah, like, I just don't feel like that was sold nearly as well, especially with your $60 price jump. So that sucks. All right, but either way, they're 1-to-1, which is still good. Edo Council phase, Province phase, because you're still selling 1,000, right? That's so awesome. It's just, I feel like how to play. Wow, I'd put this higher. I'd put this way higher. This is A+ material right here. Having this, fantastic. Can you do it for so many people? I would say at least a 10 to 20% chunk. Let me know what you think about that number. Is going to rest on a video like this, where if they watch this, they're like, okay, I see this. I'll get the rule booklet. I got this. I feel comfortable. I'm curious. So I want to see how many views it gets.
Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up Collaborate, a couple that loves.
All right. I want to see, just because I'm curious. So 1.3, that's a rock solid number, especially considering 2.5, so 2,500 people ended up backing this project entirely. And you got 1,300 pre-launch looking at that Kickstarter video. That's what I'm saying. That is A+ content right there. Spotlight that, put that way higher. And then we got teach and gameplay, rules overview. So we got a lot of these. I'd put these higher. Rulebook and player aids, they're seriously best in class level. This quote is better than many of your other quotes. This quote, get some damn respect on this quote's name. Rule booklets and player aids, especially if you're going to tell me this is a medium weight game or plus, that's the quote I want to see higher. The complexity is in the strategy. It's actually a very simple game to teach. Put that one higher, too. These are rock-solid quotes. In the Paverson tradition, Ringyō is the perfect marriage of mechanism and theme, a thinky, fast, and satisfying game that shocks that ancient Japan wants, sometimes rather than swords. See, I honestly feel like if you really wanted to keep you was like, oh, we're going to just get so deeply immersed with the theme. If you interweave some of these quotes with some of that random B-roll of the woods, be like, oh, so this is why they were really getting into the theme, because it does come across well. I think that would have been... Like, it's just, you're asking a lot. Unfortunately, I feel like most people don't consider your Kickstarter game special. And you have to remember that. Like, it's just another game I'm backing. Ringyō's greatest strength is meaningful decision space. Each turn offers you impactful choices that shape your province and ultimately a strategy from beginning to end. Okay. Tutorial play for the best game played at UK Games Expo. Wow, that's a rock solid one. A strategy game that rewards both planning and adaptability. I'm done. They got a lot of great quotes. Solo play. Whoa, why is this so low? In the Ringyō solo mode, the Shogun's demands are laid out surrounding the star-shaped solo board with a deck of solo goals in the middle, creating a unique puzzle for you to solve each game. That's great. I'd put this higher. That's nice. Awesome. Then we got the solo play and impressions. Truly feels like everything you could possibly want here is here. I also like their organization on the side here, because if you don't particularly like their organization, you go right to where you want to go. All right. Maybe this is going to be where the picture is that convinces me to give you the extra $60. I'm going to see a huge, because this version here looks fantastic. This is the $99 version. I'm in. Done. Now, $60. Show me, so chopsticks, whatever. Farm and Fortress Miniatures, say 24. I feel like a shot of them set up on the game. Like, where is this stuff set up on the game? I don't care if it's 3D rendered with an animated shot. Convince me of how much more thematic this is going to get in the game. And did they even do that in like, I don't think those were actually even in the video either, were they? I don't think I remember seeing those. Because those are a big selling point of that $60. Because I don't think most people are like, yeah, I'm here for the chopsticks. Yeah. That's a bummer. Because that's a cool pledge, too. Like, that is a really cool pledge that I want to see more companies do. I feel like if you want to do some interesting pledges with some interesting stuff bundled up, go check out what's the name of the company? Whisperwood. They do Whisperwood. They do Flamecraft. I'm drawing a blank. Peter Vaughn is one of the. Yeah, check them out. They do some really interesting stuff with their deluxe version. If that is happening to be what you want to do in the future with your Kickstarter, but yeah, I feel like I just didn't feel the $60 oomph there. And instead, I felt great about the $100 oomph, though. Such a treat for anyone who likes to optimize a perfect solution, but doesn't mind the game washing away their plans. So this is the thing, the tree planet. It's not an add-on. Okay. What is it's like a farm Kickstarter price, $159. The total future MSRP, save the money. What makes it deluxe? I expected Ringyō to be daunting. Instead, I found it such an intuitive and satisfying puzzle. I couldn't wait to play it again. I'm sick of these quotes. They are very good, though. Here's that how to play video again. Here's the quote. Did I scroll down? Am I taking crazy pills here? I thought, okay. Did we go through everything? Yeah, are we done? No. What? I think I clicked on something and messed up. Okay, add-ons. Is this where we sell it? Oh my gosh, this is such a long page. No, I did. Oh my gosh, why is this so long? What are we doing here? What? Shotgun all your great information at me in the first minute of me scrolling down, get the money out of my wallet, and then do all this. Like, why is this the first time I'm seeing that? That is a banger. What? There it is. There it is. There's the shot that I need to see smattered about in my face, except I also want to see that shot with them set up in the game, too. Farm and Fortress, yeah, look at that. So they upgrade that to that. And then once again, even going back to that video where I complimented how it was like, it was they were seeing the forest growing at a speed. Like, if those would have been on there, that would have been great. Like, a shot of those and then hit. Oh, yeah. Show me the front, show me the back. This is where it was. Why is this so far down? Because this is what you're trying to sell me here. All right. Japanese folding fan. The Oopsie sale, $5. Oh, Oopsie sale. Does that mean they overestimated how many they were going to sell? I'm curious if they cover that in the updates. I'm very curious to see how transparent they are about that sort of thing. Because oopsies, I'm excited. We have created Ringyō to be a game that we believe you still love playing. Pre-stretch deluxe, my goodness, we already pre-stretched. So although we will not have any stretch goals through the campaign, there are some extras that you might typically see in this section that we have already included for the start of the campaign. So we have some fun merch for you, including a Japanese fan. So these are not included in the highest pledge level, but are heavily discounted for all. Oh. So that's also the thing, too. So you have other stuff that I might want, especially if I am big into the theme and it's not bundled in there. Yeah. That's it. It never feels great when it's like, hey, this is deluxe and this is deluxe plus. You're like, oh, so it's going to have everything? You're like, no. I'm like, oh, what's your pledges? You're like, there's not one. You're like, okay. Cool. Why? I don't know. Yeah. So what do we got? The daimyo, so everything is just consolidated alongside significant savings compared to MSRP. Will also partially subsidize the shipping. So $25 doesn't feel bad at all. Why is this buried? I'd put this way higher. This is what I'm talking about. Shotgun all your amazing information. Just go through your Kickstarter page, pinpoint every single thing that you have that you say, yes, that is something that is a selling point of ours. That's great. And just blast it out as fast as you can. And then go into this just taking forever to get to everything. All right. Retailer pledge. Okay, campaign schedule, the things, the stuff, more, just a lot of just so many videos. This is really effing good. New to Kickstarter. That was the quote, by the way. Put your preconceived notions to the side because Ringyō does things a little bit differently. Okay, that quote. I don't like that quote. Favorites and Games is the people, bunch of stuffs. Wow. That would explain why their customer service and everything is so good. They actually have people they don't have, most of the time when you are thinking about a board game company, there's not a lot of people behind the scenes. There's like 2, 3, 4 people. A lot of them one person shebangs. So seeing that many people explains why there's so much polish on this. And it's just, but like this Kickstarter page is just absolutely spectacular, but you have to really go through a lot to get all of it. And that's the same with the video too. And then an FAQ of 25, they organized it. Much love. Where are the stretch goals? Oh, well, it's just, okay. I thought they were asking like on the position of the page. Never mind. Thank you for joining us in the forest. I'm curious what the oopsie is. Just a few days left to join us. Why are these all live solo playthroughs? Join Dave at the Dice Tower. Why should break? Vote here for round 1. Voting opening tonight. Will your ideas make it into Ringyō? I'm looking for the oopsie part. What component are we upgrading? Oh, that was exciting. Let's see what people voted for. As you may have seen on the campaign page, we were asking you, our backers, to help us to design an upgraded component. How does this work? So let's see. What did people get excited? The round marker as a tree or bamboo shoot that has the ability to grow every round. Something like those collapsible cups. Cool. I'm surprised there's only 3 comments here. Wow. You have 2,500 people who in theory are big into the theme. I'm just... that engagement's got to be a little bit of a gut punch there. Like 0 comments, 7 comments, 0, 0. I get some polls in here. They're artificial, like, but people do it. Like, oh, is that a poll down there? Poll down there? Nope, no poll. There's pictures of gloves. Oh, so friends, it's time for the Paper Suit Oopsie sale. For a limited time, you get the Japanese folding fan and the garden gloves for 50% off. Ooh, garden gloves, that's cool. Our silly mistake is your golden glove kick. Those things I think are definitely going to move units, though, at conventions and whatnot. So good as for them. Like, that's honestly, I love that. Smart. I hope even $5, there's still a slim margin. I would feel bad buying one if not. Completely up to everyone how they want to operate with this, but I have decided to add 5. Well, it's also the fact that these are, you got to look at this as a long-term play, right? Like anything that's going to help you move units in the future, like these gloves. Because, yeah, it's like, hey, they like, I've literally seen this happen so many times at conventions where people are like, I'm thinking about this. They're like, hey, we got this extra thing that was just this random thing that was on Kickstarter as a stretch goal or an upgrade or something. We'll throw that on there. And they're like, done. Like, it's just, so having those in your back pocket, fantastic. So don't feel too bad. Will there be an option for local pickups? Local to Menominee. We are not planning for it. Congratulations on the great campaign. I'm excited to see updates on the round tracker. That does suck, by the way. Congratulations on the fantastic campaign. Played a couple of solo games. Lost the first one, won the second. Why is this campaign not being backed enough? For me personally, were I not to play it at the UK Game Expo and know it was excellent gameplay, I probably wouldn't have backed because of the setting. I find feudal Japan overused and boring. Agreed. But that's not very relevant, as there are some who would back it exactly because of that. Agreed. Oh, I'm that person. I've been waiting for this because it is feudal Japan. I'm also a big fan of Luthier. Yeah, and I think it's just, I think not even having the 3D, like the minis. So I guess we're going to do a final grade, right? Because this is after the fact. We're still going to do it. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I do. You lured me in with a very teasing word of simultaneous worker placement. Other than that, that main image, unimpressed with it. But then again, I can't completely judge it because this is what it looks like now. But from the one I see on the main preview image, it also didn't really particularly ring my bell. But right here, you lead off and you're not even showcasing your main component. So do I want it? Yes, I do. I thought the video was well done, even though it was a bit long. But once you got into the meat of them doing the narration while also showcasing how thematic it was with the game and how the forest expanded and how all the components stack each other, and while this may look abstract strategy, there's a whole bunch of theme there. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Great track record. We were looking at the past projects. Great customer service. Awesome. Like, if you have a popular project and no one has commented on it in 2 years, like, that means there's just no issue. Like, that's fantastic. That's a good thing. And then, how much is it? That's where we get into the interesting one. Because, yeah, that $60, that $80 price, I am in. Yeah, I think I'm in. I guess. But honestly, most people are just going to get the 100, right? That one looks nice. And then we get to the 160, and it just feels like that price jump was not well done. I feel like it's because you look here, and it's like, it's so underwhelming And you have to go, like, I'm scrolling. I am actively scrolling. You have to go all the way down to here. Nope, not even down there. You have to keep going to the add-on section, I think it was, before you're like, oh, there you go. Like, and here, like, this is so far from where, why isn't this graphic right here of showcasing exactly what those plastic pieces are doing, and how you're going to get a whole bunch of them, how thematic they're going to look as they're moving around the board, not being showcased? Same with these. Why is it only in the add-on section, which most people probably aren't going to be buying from? Industry standard said 7 to 10 times to 1. People are going to be purchasing your overly deluxeified versus your standard. And with this one, they're purchasing your deluxeified, but not your overly deluxeified. And I think it has to do with that. It felt underwhelming, despite the fact I'm sure it's not, which is unfortunate. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. And then how much is it? This one feels good. Actually, nope. That one doesn't feel good. Like, I don't, but they were trying to get you that one. That one feels good. Good, but only if you go through everything. And as a result, I wonder how many people just didn't do it because they didn't want to go all the way down because it was so far. And then the lack of engagement as well. Like, that you have a thematic game, as someone mentioned, like, this is a theme that people, like, I'm either here for it because I love it or I'm not, and it didn't feel like you tapped into that much at all. Like, just consistently 3 comments, 2 comments, just not getting the people chit-chatting, which kind of stinks. And I wonder if the main image also could have been blamed. Like, we didn't have stretch goals, which, once again, that's going to make it so there's going to be a little less excitement. Not judging that, but that's just a stone cold fact. If you got stretch, like we just covered Cult of the Lamb, they had stretch goals for days and days and days, and it just adds to the excitement. But still, at the end of the day, 2,500 backers, they made it possible. Final grade is a bananas. I think it's a B plus still. I think it's a B plus B range, because at the end of the day, I still am like, oh yeah, give me that $100 one right there, and I don't even think about it. Like, you sold that one so well, your track. That's the other thing. I feel like they did a poor job spotlighting the track record too. Like that. So let's do that. Luthier, Board Game Geek. I think we might dip into the B range here more, because this is one of the highest rated games on Board Game Geek, if I do recall correctly. Yeah, you are in the top 1,000, a top 300 strategy game of all time, and I didn't feel like you really mentioned it. You have 2 of the top 530 games of all time. Our first 2 games were 2 of the top 500 games of all time, and now 530, and now we are back with our incredibly thematic simultaneous worker placement game that takes you into the deep, sustainable forestry in feudal Japan. Like, instead we get this, right? I don't feel like they spotlight that track record nearly well enough. Don't assume I know who you are. There are 200 games on Kickstarter right now to scroll through. I don't know who the hell you are most of the time. So you better spotlight that. And I feel like they didn't do that. In all of this, just forever and ever and ever and ever of you talking, at no point did you feel the need to just be like, pound out your chest and show you that, by the way, our track record is the best in the business. Tell me someone who has better. I'll wait. Put it in the comments if you can think about it. But is there anyone currently right now that, like, all their releases are in the top 600 that has made more than one? Like, I'm sure maybe there's 1 or 2, right? Like, maybe, but this is like seriously rarefied air, and it doesn't feel at all like, and I would have led with that, right? Like, you've won awards. These games have won awards. Lots of awards. I guarantee you, these games have won tons of awards. And you could be spotlighting all these awards, all those awards, and all these awards, and probably all the expansion awards. And that's probably not all of them. I'm sure there's tons of other smaller YouTube content creators like me who hand out awards. And it's just, I'm going to go with a final grade of a B. I think I'm a B. I love the cut of the jib. I think I used that correctly. But it's just the choice to not spotlight the Deluxeified, the true Deluxeified, is such a baffling one. Even now when I can still back this, the picture is not spotlighting the gorgeous organization that's inside of the over Deluxeified box, or the plastic, and it's just, even now, yeah, I'm gonna go with a B minus. Man, I can't. There's so many quotes. There's how to play videos. A B. There's a B. I'm going to go with a B. Let me know in the comments below, what's your final grade for Ringyō? And I did have a plan to do another one of these at 1:30, but honestly, I'm going to give it a rest right now after 2. I feel a little bit lightheaded. So I will see you tomorrow. And if you have a request for a future Kickstarter critique, then be sure to drop it in the comments below. And I don't know if I mentioned onero.com at the beginning of this, but they do some of the amazing Kickstarter services on the planet. You should check them out in the link down below. Or if you're looking for an upcoming Kickstarter critique for your game, or pre-launch, if you just want some honest feedback about your Kickstarter pre-launch or some rule booklet help, check out the Fiverr link down below, because that is something I'm really going to try and heavily lean into to help pay for my family. But have yourself a good one, and bye-bye!